last name?
Sus.
Wait, he's sus? Hey! Welcome to the Noise Box. We got the whole crew here. Minus two, because we only got two. So, half the crew. And my name's Brandon.
I'm Victoria.
Today, we are going to talk about the movie.
It's a miniseries.
It's a miniseries, my fault. It's called The Maid. It's on Netflix, streaming now. It's pretty big with the women. So I'm gonna try to keep up here. She's giving me the weird look. I don't know. She doesn't think it's whatever. Anyway.
Just for women.
I mean, I watched it. It was just I got through it. So, what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about some actors? Is it sus?
Highly.
That's in the intro, just for her. Miss the actor, she played Alex. And what'd you think of her?
That's the daughter.
Yeah.
She did great.
Did you watch the movie? Or
She was amazing.
you know anything about her at all?
That's her real mom in the movie. And in real life. Their actual mom and daughter.
They are.
That's
so,
pretty sus.
Margaret Qualley? I can't say that right. And Andy is her name. She plays Paula, who is the mom. The crazy mom.
She's amazing.
So what happens in the beginning, right? They're like together. So Alex and do you remember the guy's name? Sean is his name.
I loved him.
They were together. You thought they were going to be happily ever after?
I was praying the whole time. I begged for them to get back.
So what's the so the ultimate thing of this movie or this show, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep saying movie. But the main point of this show was domestic violence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which we do every day.
Help me.
But not just regular domestic violence. It's like emotional domestic violence, which apparently, I don't know how true this is nowadays. Like, I don't know when this was actually filmed or whatever, but I guess some states don't really accept it or something. I don't know. Anyways, in the show, they have a hard time proving it, I think, right?
Well, that comes down to like the kids in custody. They know he did that to her, but when it comes to like getting the kid or getting government assistance, that's where it becomes tricky.
I see. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? So in the movie, in the beginning, does it show highlights? I'm trying to remember. This is a long show, by the way.
Not long enough for me. Begging for season 2.
So what? Explain the beginning. Do you remember the beginning?
They're asleep. She wakes up. She gets the kid. She takes off.
That's right. Like probably like episode 1 right there.
Yeah, the first few minutes.
Okay.
Sets it up. She's gone. He gets mad. She goes to a shelter. Is like gone to him. He has no idea. So he lawyers up and tries to figure out where his kid is and take her back.
Mm-hmm.
And she just has to work her butt off to prove that she has a roof and income and everything so she can maintain custody of her kid. But then he gets custody, but ultimately gives it back.
Yeah. So in the meantime, she goes to some place. She has her mom watch them, which the mom in this movie is like
The best. She's so crazy.
So
She does it well.
The opposite of
Alex.
somebody you should take care of a little kid.
Well, that's what they said, was that Alex had to always take care of her mother and fend for her. It was like the opposite roles. Like, So here she is trying to fight her own battles, but also make sure her mom is okay, because her mom is also going through domestic violence, but she's like unaware of it. She doesn't care. So it's like a lot of drama and stress on Alex the entire time. And then boom, at the end, she's supposed to be going to off
Hey,
to
don't
school.
give the end away already.
And she can't.
Whoa, we haven't got that far yet.
Did she go? Or didn't she?
Who knows?
I'm not letting y'all know yet.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Oh, not
again.
yet. You gotta keep listening.
Yeah, well, what else happens?
I just root for him.
You got
He had good intentions the entire time. Like, he wanted to be there. And every time he had come back, in that one moment at his Jeep, when he's like, I wish I did this sooner. And she's like, well,
yeah.
we can do this together. We'll co-parent together. And he's like, no, I meant for us.
What's
and it's
crazy
just like,
is,
oh my God, be with him.
Yeah, what's crazy is like she
Stay strong.
stays strong. Yeah, like
I come back to you every damn time. I'm stupid. It takes 7
effort, right?
times before they stop coming back. They finally learn.
7.
I'm like a
4.
million.
Oh,
Oh,
million.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
This isn't a joke. Domestic violence isn't a joke. Like, we shouldn't play around that.
of course
I'm
not.
abused.
Of course not. But in the movie, he's a different person, right? When he drinks, it's not even like a one-nighter, right? It's like he shows how sweet he is, and then like gets the girls all like, "Oh, just take him back. He's wrong." But I mean, it wasn't long. It didn't take too long, and he was back to his old self. And
Well, because stress started setting in, and he wasn't getting his way with different stuff.
yeah, he had to work a lot. But it was like his fault, right? He's like, "Oh, we can't afford daycare. Your mom can't watch him." And apparently she didn't like her dad, which we will get into here in a second too. But it was like I don't know, it was his own fault too, because he wouldn't let her work. He was like, nah, just whatever. I'll do it all. I can do it all. And then, yeah, that stress kicked in, and he's like, I'm drinking a beer. One beer led to a billion.
6-pack every night.
Yeah.
I think that was hard too, was seeing him coming home, and she'd like look out the window. He'd be drinking, and then that one night he brought a girl home, and she just saw it but went right back to bed and acted like she didn't see it. Like, that's so traumatizing in itself. Like, yeah, they weren't together. Yes, he was begging and she wasn't, so it's, her fault. He would have taken her, and the girl never would have been there. But it's still just, it all just sucks. Like, it's emotional. It's hard.
Yeah. You didn't cry at all, did you?
I got teary-eyed at that Jeep moment. There was a few times I was like, oh, it sucks. At the very end, I bawled my eyes out. Bawled like a baby. On the couch all alone, texting my girlfriends.
You got girlfriends?
Carissa Jones!
Where are you at?
Shout out!
Carissa.
She's getting a break.
Oh, a break. Cowboys lost tonight. So y'all can see when we film this. That's sad. Anyway. What else you got? You got any questions for me?
We can jump into her and her father now?
Oh, yeah, sure. What about her and her father?
How do you think that relationship is? Those were some of the moments that kind of got me, like, hard. Do you know about her and her father? Like,
yeah,
can
I
you
remember.
explain that
I
to
remember.
them?
So, somehow, I don't remember exactly how he came back into the picture. Oh, the boyfriend calls the dad to pick the daughter up, I think, because she was sick. I remember. Man, I'm good at this movie. So he picks her up, and then she, I guess, finds out and ends up going over there and maybe seeing how good it was. I don't know, because she ended up staying there for a little while.
She knew there was something with him. She just didn't know what. The mother had said that.
What do you mean?
Like, the whole time she wanted to, like, be a part of him, or like
Him and his family.
Yeah, but she knew, like, previously the history that the mom would say, like,
Right.
that they had to end up packing up and leaving, but she never knew why. And so she had to like kind of put that together.
Yeah. So I think it took some time, right? She felt like happy. She ended up staying there for, I don't know, for a little while. And then
like a couple of days.
She kept feeling happy, and then I think something happened with a cabinet, and she was like, was that cabinet always there? And then I guess he lied maybe. And that refreshed the memories.
Well, because she got locked in that like passway in one of the houses she was cleaning.
That's right.
And when she was stuck in there, it like triggered it. And so it gave her flashback, and she was like, that's what happened. So that night she asked her dad about that cabinet and if it was like real or just something she was imagining. And he was like, nope, that's never been there.
Cabinet, don't remember.
We just renovated.
He probably doesn't remember the cabinet. So in the end, he was like,
well, he's like, we just renovated. Those cabinets were just put in. They were never there.
So I guess he kind of lied a little bit. But as the show goes on, she finally confronts him. Oh, so she has the flashback. So I guess the dad was a drunk. And that's why the dad and the boyfriend kind of had this connection, because they were going to AA and they were both doing good. Clearly the dad's doing good. He was like a renewed Christian, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I guess the flashback happened. She remembered, like, my mom came and got me out of this cabinet with a bloody nose.
Because she went back to that house and stayed in there longer and got to see the entire flashback. And saw it was her dad sitting at the kitchen table and her mom's bloody nose, and was like, it did happen. I see the full thing now.
Yeah, but...
And ran home and got her baby from his house and was like, I'm packing up. I'm not staying here any longer. Thank you.
Took off.
In that moment, that's what I'm saying.
Outta
like,
here.
is it... If it's been that many years and is it time to give him a second chance? Should you have communicated with him and
Should
said...
she live with him? I guess... So that's my thing, like... So you're comparing the two guys, right? So it's like, you feel like, in my opinion, you feel like the dad's renewed. He seems like a good guy.
Has his head on his shoulders, a new family, working.
He's calmed down. He's not drinking, and so he looks like a different person, right? Although he did try to blame the mom for some things, but he seemed fine for the most part. But then the boyfriend's like, oh, he's fine. Oh, no, he's not. He's bad. And so I think that just goes to show you the just how things go. Like it's hard. It's hard. Addiction is hard.
That the kid, what is his name? Sean.
Mm-hmm.
He was new. He was a new
right.
Getting better. The dad had several years. His twins with his new wife were
exactly
old. So he had been following this and gotten better and had shown consistency. Sean was brand new, like weeks, months. And with him working all the time, he was having to skip meetings. So he didn't have that accountability and that structure and that help. So then he dripped off. Where the father kept looking at him like, hey, you haven't been here. Hey, you need to get back in here. He knew where that could lead. And he was trying to hold him accountable because he had been there before. So should she have forgiven the father?
I think...
And been more understanding that he had changed and he was better? Or is she right to protect her daughter and say, absolutely no way, I've seen this, I'm not dealing with it?
I think in the end, you forgive him. Do you live with him? No, I don't
boundaries.
think so.
Healthy
I think,
boundaries.
Could she have gotten to that point? Sure, but she hasn't seen him in whoever knows how long. Yeah, no, you don't just move in with him. Could she trust him to watch the kid?
Yeah,
I think you can get to that point for sure. I think that's another issue. They were trying to compare the two, her relationship with her boyfriend and her mom and dad. Alex's mom and dad, and it's like, it might have been similar situations, although the mom is a little bit different than Alex, but they're different situations, I think, and the dad clearly, who knows that Sean in 10 years
won't be the same as the dad.
Yeah, exactly.
But the mom...
But they ended on better terms, right?